Right, this is the rehearsal day, Friday, the 29th, at Dallas Executives, the CAF Airshow. The weather right now, we heard what we got, and we're going to have gusty and strong winds.
320/18 gusting 30.
Okay, right now it's workable, but we can knock it off up to the point where we push up the throttle.
Copy.
So just if you reach that point, just say, let's knock it off, and we'll come back and reset for another day. All right.
Don't expect me to be terribly close to it. I'm going to push out just a little bit. It's not a close day today.
That's fair. The winds look like it's going to be an on-crowd wind, so take that into account whenever you're doing any vertical maneuvering, and I'll try to do the same. Winds are from the north, so it's going to blow us down to the south end of the field, so plan your show center maneuvers.
Looks like the box is shifted to the north a little bit.
Yes. Okay. The frequencies we're going to use today, frequency 1 is going to be tactical. That's 130.5. Frequency 2 is going to be the Air Boss Freak, and that is 118.625. Frequency 3 will be that secondary 123.425. I'm not going to worry about tower. Okay, so we got 3 frequencies. I'm going to be talking to you on tactical. We'll check in on tactical, then we'll go to Air Boss and taxi and do everything we want. And then we want prior to takeoff on Air Boss Freaks. Then I'll send us over tactical. We'll do the routine on tactical until the point where if we're getting ready to land, for instance, that the rejoin, out of this rejoin, I'll send us back, let him know where the last 2 passes.
Okay.
The last pass will be the low initial to pitch up and land. Okay. Taxi route, what we're planning on doing is pulling out of here, going up to Charlie, hang a right on Charlie, and then down Alpha all the way to the end of runway 31. We'll caulk into the wind to do our run-ups there. Okay. I'll try to get my engine warmed up faster than normal. Takeoff will be single ship spacing, and rejoin I'll be at 150 knots. I'll be slightly reduced climb power. Once you're aboard, I'll push it up to climb power, and we'll go behind the show line.
You can do left 360, or
yep.
What are you going to do?
No, we're going to go back to the show, behind the show, the crowd line, and orbit behind the cloud line.
Right, so you're going to take off and do left 180, 360, or what are you going to do?
Left 270.
Left 270
Left
return?
270 okay. To come over here, and then orbit over here at 1500 AGL.
Okay, as far as spacing, I'm not going to wait for wheels daylight. I'm going to give you about 4 seconds in a roll.
That'll work. If we have to abort, we have to
you got
separate
plenty
sides.
of lateral side.
Correct.
Okay.
Once we get up there and we're orbiting, I'll pull it back to 29 and 19 inches. That's a little higher than normal. Okay, that means when we do go airshow power, it's not such a big power change. Leave your mixture rich all day long.
Give me as much time as possible on coming to airshow power, please.
Copy that. You saw the box, 1,000-foot line. Keep in mind that it's going to be an on-crowd.
A little bit on-crowd, yeah.
Clear direction, I'll be coming off left all day long. You'll be coming off right. Radio calls, anytime I'm in with an event, I'd expect you to click, acknowledging it, and I'll do the same for you. Okay. Call up, on top, and downhill, and off. The maneuvers will come back to. Our max boost today will be about 41 inches manifold pressure.
Yep.
Most demanding thing we may do today would be either takeoff or landing or close rejoin.
Rejoin.
Yeah.
And actually, the photo pass is going to be sporty today too.
Keep in mind that going through a gust can make you over G, so keep that in mind. If we do have to divert, the Air Boss was going to send us down to that racetrack pattern. If we have to hold at 1500 AGL, if we divert, we'll go to Midway. Yep. We got all our support down there. We'll figure out a step time here a little bit later. All right, so a little bit on the difference in our normal routine. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to come across in for lack of a better term, a photo pass.
From the right?
From the right. And the Air Boss will be calling us in to end the Star Spangled Banner.
So we're going to try to hit smoke, show center, photo pass, right to left at the end of the Star Spangled Banner? Okay.
Yep. And then be smoke off, and then we're going to go back up, and then we'll start the normal routine.
So basically just climbing left turn, keep the turn coming, and then come in for the normal turn?
I'm not reducing power at all.
Copy.
Just translating it to potential energy, and then back to kinetic energy as we come back in to start our
Treading airspeed for altitude.
Yes, we come back in to do our crossing 8.
Copy.
From the right, after the crossing 8, I'll call in for the ship's half Cuban. Click, click, and then
Airline roll.
then you're going to do your air 1 roll from the left. Click, click. I come in from the right and do the M to a split S.
Click.
And
Cuban 8
then,
from the right.
yep, click,
Up
click.
1, top down 1, up 2, down 2, off right.
Correct. Then I'll be in from the left for the barrel roll.
Click, click. From the left, 4 point.
And click, click. Then I'll be in from the right for the slow roll.
Click, click.
Then you're in from the right for your loop.
Loop.
And
Up,
then rejoin.
Top, downhill, visual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out great last time, about 233. That worked really nicely. Just we got to keep altitude above 500 there.
So you call speed brake, that kind of brings it out. Speed brake, second call brings it back in. I'll give you my airspeed so that you'll know, and then we'll come back, do a little dog bone to come back around for the close trail from the left, and then we'll come through for the photo pass.
Okay.
I'll have you rejoin. If I do a better job of it this time, I'll have you rejoin earlier so that when we roll, you'll be in
the photo
position.
pass last time was a little bit wonky.
And then what we'll do is, after we come off the photo pass, I'm going to make a further left-hand turn back around to the right, and then we'll come in. We'll do a low pitch up, and I'm not going to call it. You'll figure it out.
Yep.
Take 5 second spacing or 7, depending on what you think.
7 yesterday.
Yeah, and it seemed to work out fine.
Yeah.
And we'll come in and we'll land. I'm gonna go all the way in until you say you're cold.
Okay.
And when you're cold, I'll make the next turn off, and you can clear with me. We'll taxi back.
Okay.
They may change us to parking over there as opposed to here, so we'll just have to pay attention. Hopefully, that guy that came up and spoke to me just a few minutes ago is the ramp boss, and hopefully he's
Okay,
figuring.
you talked to ramp. Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Hopefully he'll figure out where it is.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Good. All right. We're good.